36. He'll be flanked by the Kewanee, Illinois driver, heat race winner earlier this evening, Ray Bollinger in the 77. Out of Waterville, Michigan, it's going to be Kurt Spalding in the 111 on his outside. Out of Mount Carmel, Illinois, in the K9, that is Will Krupp. Row number 5, it's Ryan Sutter out of Coldwater, Ohio in the 18. Outside of him, out of Walton, Kentucky, Brandon Green in the 51. Starting 11th, the Quiet Riot, Jeff Curl out of Fairbury, Illinois in the 12, and outside of him, starting 12th, out of Lake Village, Indiana, Jamie Lomax in the 36L. Keep your eyes on Kyle Strickler. He's starting in the 13th position in this race. And on his outside, Brody Poppe, originally from Philomath, Oregon, in the PO. Salzburg, Pennsylvania's Jonathan Taylor starts 15th. He's another driver to keep your eyes on. Outside of him from Maysville, Kentucky, it's Jimmy Lennox in the 8L.
The driver in 10Y, Trent Young.
I think Brian Ruhlman's going to be hard to beat on the outside front row, but we've got 20 laps to find out. Track getting really racy. Lights are turned off. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the first feature is going green here at the Big E.
Billy Workman Jr., 64. The 49 of Brian Ruhlman going to work side by side. Kenny Wallace wasting no time. They're going to sidestep the 11 down the back straightaway. Here comes Trent Young to the outside of Billy Workman. Brian Ruhlman looking to lead lap number 1. A good side-by-side battle. Workman down to the inside. It's going to be Brian Ruhlman. The 10Y of Trent Young. Workman Jr. and Kenny Wallace. A good side-by-side battle. The K9. Will Krupp of the 77 of Ray Bollinger. Good battle for that 5th spot. Dustin Jarrett.
5th spot, side by side, and they were nearly 4 wide coming off the corner behind him for the 7th spot as well. At the end of lap number 2, Brian Ruhlman is your leader. Trent Young 2nd, Kenny Wallace 3rd, Billy Workman Jr. 4th. Ray Bollinger's worked this way up into the top 5. Bollinger now going down to the inside of Workman in a battle for 4th. Workman, though, on the high side, a little more momentum, pulls back ahead down the backstretch.
Off at turn number 4, the Clark Lake, Michigan driver continues to do what he does best, looking to become the all-time feature winner here at the Eldora Speedway. So, kind of a monumental feature win if he could get the job done. Hopkinsville, Kentucky's Trent Young in 10 wide, trying to run him down, bringing the Herminator along with him. Could battle now for the 2nd spot. Kenny Wallace going to dive to the inside, Trent Young to the outside. Young going to hold him off. Wallace going to be at 3rd. Good battle for 4th. Billy Workman Jr. and the 77 of Ray Bollinger. Right behind them is the K9 of Will Krupp.
Got debris on the racetrack over at the high side of turns 3 and 4. Debris over on the high side of the speedway in turns 3 and 4. Kenny Wallace going by, and the yellow flag is going to fly. As you see it flew off one of the cars there about the middle of the pack or so last lap. And it was sitting right in the racing groove. Another driver hit it and blew it up on the upper side of the speedway over in the middle of turns 3 and 4, and that'll put us under caution. Unofficially 5 laps scored, 15 laps to go in the first A feature of the night. And that is the first repeat we see, so a lot of diversity in the mod chassis makes at the front of this one. 5 down, 15 to go. Green flag is back out.
Brian Ruhlman continues to show the way. We'll see if Trent Young can run him down. Good battle. Some cars get bunched up back there. Will Krupp battling. Here comes Kenny Wallace now. Going to dive to the inside of Trent Young. Good battle for that 2nd spot. Kenny Wallace has got her going on the bottom of that lethal race car. Trent Young slipped up. Kenny Wallace going to take 2nd. Young back to 3rd. Workman Jr. 4th. Ray Bollinger will round out your top 5.
Same way they ran in the heat race. Ruhlman and Wallace 1 and 2. Workman now down to the inside of Young in a battle for the 3rd spot. Those 2 cars are going wheel to wheel down the back straightaway. That's Trent Young in the 10Y. Billy Workman Jr. in the 64. This time by the stripe, 7 laps scored. Give 3rd to Billy Workman Jr.
Down the back straightaway. Good run for the Coldwater, Ohio driver, Ryan Sutter, the 18 on the move as well. Trent Young now going to work back to the outside of Billy Workman Jr. Workman Jr.'s worked by the 10Y of Trent Young, so Trent Young might be slipping back just a little bit because here comes the 77 of Ray Bollinger now. Bollinger going to drive to the inside. Workman slipped up. It allowed Young to gather him in. Young slips up just a bit. 77 to Bollinger there. So good 3-car battle. So we got a car off the pace off at turn number 4 will stay green. Ruhlman showing the way. Kenny Wallace 2nd. Billy Workman Jr. 3rd. Trent Young 4th. And the 5th spot belongs to the 77 of Ray Bollinger. Good 3-car, almost a 4-car battle because here comes Will Krupp. That is a great battle for the 3rd spot. Crossed flag shown to the field. 10 down, 10 to go. Ruhlman leads. Wallace is 2nd, but a fantastic battle for 3rd between Trent Young and the red 10Y, the black 64 of Billy Workman, the white and black 77 of Ray Bollinger, and the K9 of Will Krupp. Mike Norris, goodness gracious, that is a race. Yeah, good battle between those 3 cars. Here comes Ray Bollinger again, the driver to Kewanee, Illinois. Can make it happen. Workman Jr. going to hold him off. Trent Young now putting some separation between him and Billy Workman Jr. Ray Bollinger's now got company from the Mount Carmel, Illinois driver, the K9 of Will Krupp. Brian Ruhlman now starting to carve through the back of the field as he puts a lap on the 15 of Dave Baker and the 52 of Weasel Flippo. Those two cars first to go lap down. Baker may be off the pace in the 15. Richard Gibson, I apologize, in the 15 off the pace down the back straightaway. Brian Ruhlman continues to lead. He's stretched it out now just about a straightaway.
Ed Rowley off the pace down the front straightaway. No!
Pretty leader.
Oh,
and he's over.
Up and over. Well, it looks like the 116 of Jimmy Hager, the car getting upside down over in turns 1 and 2. Word from the track officials over in turns 1 and 2 is that the driver is okay and attempting to get out of the race car, ladies and gentlemen.
Looks 7 to go. The Porpoise, Brian Ruhlman in 49. Can he bring home a victory and be the all-time feature winner? Dustin Jarrett, 7 to go. Here we go.
Off into turns 1 and 2. Kenny Wallace immediately going to stick a nose down to the inside. They go wheel to wheel down the back straightaway. Ruhlman able to power back ahead down the back stretch. Through turns 3 and 4. Young slips high behind them. Here comes Workman down to the inside. Here comes Wallace in a bid for the lead.
OKW looking for a big race win. The Herminator. Down to the inside, the Missouri driver. Looking for the race lead down the back straightaway with a lethal chassis at 36. Kenny Wallace. The rocket by Ruhlman, 49 of Brian Ruhlman, a dandy up front. Kenny Wallace, Brian Ruhlman for the race lead. Ruhlman going to hold him off, but for how long?
Great battle up front with just 5 laps to go. They pick up right where they left off. Wallace in the 36, Ruhlman in the 49. Those two cars stretching out the advantage they have over the rest of the field this time by 4 laps to go. Wallace able to stick a nose in there and coming off the corners. Mike just don't know if he's got the steam to get by him.
No doubt about it. Kenny going to look to the inside. Ruhlman going to hold him off. Good battle for that third spot. Ray Bollinger out of Kewanee, Illinois. Has come on as of late. Trying to track down the 10Y and Trent Young back up front. Kenny Wallace going to look to the inside of Brian Ruhlman. The Porpoise strong here tonight. 3 to go.
3 laps remaining. Brian Ruhlman able to stretch out by just an inch over Kenny Wallace. Trent Young third, Ray Bollinger fourth. Billy Workman right now rounding out the top 5 cars. But Ruhlman, as they go by the slowing 51 of green, Ruhlman stretching out his advantage. 2 to go.
2 laps to go. As they work into turns 1 and 2, we're going to stay green. Down the back straightaway. Looks like they may get into a little bit of lap traffic. Kenny Wallace, 10 car lengths behind the 49 of Brian Ruhlman. We're going to become the all-time feature winner in the modified division, Dustin Jarrett. Brian Ruhlman's got 1 lap to go.
He works his way by the lapped car of Richard Gibson. Down the back straightaway, he's been able to stretch out to an 8-car length advantage. They go through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. The checkered flag is in the air. His 36th career Eldora win. It's Brian Ruhlman. Kenny Wallace finishes second. Trent Young third. Ray Bollinger fourth. And Billy Workman Jr. rounds out the top 5. So Brian Ruhlman going to pull off the track. We'll get a very quick word with him as the second feature gets ready to come out. Josh?
Brian Ruhlman, you are the winningest modified racer in the history of Eldora Speedway. How's that feel?
Well, I've been waiting for this for a long time, and to beat somebody like Kenny Wallace for that win, it's great. This track is beautiful. They've really done a really good job with the track prep.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that's Brian Ruhlman, 36 modified victories at the Big E. Ruhlman, and I know we talked about it a little bit earlier, Brian, but now you are the winningest driver in the history of Eldora Speedway in a modified.
We've been trying to get this for a long time. you know, Scotty Orr, who had the record for a long time. He's raced for a long time, really good racer, really privileged to have that title now.
And talk about the battle there. You had to work for it, had to hold off Kenny Wallace there for several laps.
Yeah, we just found a line where we can run wide open all the way around, and I figured if he was strong enough to get by us, he could, but I think we held on.
Then what were you thinking? You had a wreck in front of you there you had to dodge too. What were you thinking when you saw that?
Well, we actually saw it coming about halfway down the straightaway, and I was surprised they didn't get the caution out, and we kind of got caught up in it a little bit on the way by, but luckily we didn't get hurt too bad.
Well, I believe you've had 4 races here at Eldora Speedway this year, 3 wins. What kind of confidence does that give you going into tomorrow?
Good confidence with the car. We just need to have luck.
All right, well, best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, let's hear race fans for the Porpoise, Brian Ruhlman.